Yeah, shouldn't be a grill sitting right there behind my television. You never know when you want to do some Korean barbecue, right? Which I hate.
Expanded George Foreman grill.
Cam and Mase recently got into an argument with Shakur Stevenson because they were speaking about the fight and they were giving their thoughts. They said the fight was boring, whatnot. Shakur got mad, and because he don't got much else to say other than I'll beat you the fuck up because he's a boxer, he started talking how he'll beat them the fuck up. And Mase and Cam was like, what you mad at me for? I'm just a fucking journalist. I'm saying the same shit everybody else is saying it, but you mad at me because I'm Cameron. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? That's how it works. When you say the things... Okay, as a journalist, you're supposed to deliver the truth. That's not what they call politically correct. Politically correct has a new meaning now. They think, oh, it means like I can't offend you. That's not what politically correct means. Like, politically correct means you say the thing that's okay to say that the government would like you to talk about. So, hey, don't talk about us killing kids in Gaza. That's not something we need to be concerned with, all right? Don't talk about us killing millions of innocent people. You know what I'm saying? Don't talk about that. Talk about terrorists and the fucking... Well, I was about to say the Jews. We're gonna get fucking canceled off of here and shit. We're gonna say the Zionists, right? The Israel is allowed to defend themselves. So anytime that you bring up what Israel is doing to Gaza, they're gonna say, oh, but let me ask you this, do you think Hamas should have did what they did? Do you support terrorism? No, bitch ass nigga, I don't support terrorism, but I also don't support the murder of children. And innocent women and innocent people in general, whether they be men, women, or children, and they are exterminating them. If you're over there and you're American and you're in the wrong fucking place, you're dead. They're killing indiscriminately, and they're already replacing those people. They're literally killing people, mowing shit down, and now they're resettling it. This is for political purposes. This is not to defend against some threat against Israel. But you're not allowed to talk about that. So Kamala Harris, when she's running for office right now, she's losing the fucking Muslim vote in some of these states because she refuses to just even admit that there's something wrong going on. She barely could say 2 words because it's not politically feasible. Like that's not what you're supposed to be talking about. That's what politically correct means, right? So when you're a journalist, an actual journalist who actually practices the art of journalism and shit, went to journalism school, you learn what fucking having what you want to call like morals, but for professionalism. What's the word I'm looking for?
Ethics.
See, I said, well, you
be saying I only know
well, you
word. I only know a word.
You 1 for 20 right now, right? Ethics.
Yeah.
When you're an ethical journalist, you speak the truth despite it being politically incorrect. And you know the weight that comes with that job. Because of capitalism, journalism has turned away from being an important facet of society to almost being bought by the government so that you do say exactly what they say. So it comes in the form of favors, right? So listen, you want to be famous, right? You want to get all the money in the world? Bet. I'm going to make you famous. Come to the presidential speech, and he's going to call your name first. We're going to let you stand up, and you're going to ask this important question. We're going to give you the question. Boom. But we want you to ask the question just like this, and don't ask us no follow-ups. Bet, I'll do it. They stand up and do that. Next time they stop at the next stop, they give you the first question, they tell you what to ask. Now we just made you famous. So now when you go back to your news station, now you, instead of writing about a dog just got lost in a tree or some shit like that, right? You writing about motherfucking, the war in Iraq or some shit. I don't know what the fuck you writing about. And then once you start seeing that money, now you want to work with people. You don't want to tell on the politicians. So when Trump is caught with Epstein on audio and you got this shit, you hold on to the audio for 8 years until it's prime time for you to drop it. You can make the most money off of it. Although it would have helped the country out if you dropped that shit 8 years ago. I say all that to say this. Journalists as a institution in America, journalism is dying because it's not propped up by money. It's propped up by like the average person doesn't have interest in it anymore. And one of the ways that people become despots, what's it called? Fucking another word for despot. Like the dear leader, the number one nigga, the leader of the cult, the leader of the country. Like Kim Jong-un, he's a dictator. Yeah. The way you become a dictator is you centralize power and you centralize the message. You control what people know, right? Yeah. So what Trump did, one of his ways of becoming a dictator is he sowed discord or distrust in the news media. The media is supposed to be on our side. So here's the thing. People think the media is supposed to be neutral. The media is not supposed to be neutral. You're supposed to report on the facts as they were. So if a politician says, hey, Iraq is holding weapons of mass destruction, and you know that's a lie, you say, hey, they're saying the president said they got weapons of mass destruction, but we know, and this seems like it's not true. That's what your job is supposed to be. Not to just report what the government tells you to do. So I say that to say we lost trust in our news media. And even more so, we lost trust in our sports media. Sports media is not supposed to be as important as news media, but they have the same ethics, right? So when we look at sports and what's going on with this person, it gets uncomfortable. Because the nigga's like, yo, I'm just playing basketball. Why you telling niggas that I was with 6 hookers last night? And it's like, listen, I got to report that you was with 6 hookers because that's why you didn't play good in the game, my nigga. That's how this works. It's supposed to be adversarial. We're not supposed to be friends with Stephen A. Smith. Fucking LeBron James is not supposed to like these niggas. But we also expect the fucking journalists to have some type of ethics, some type of something. And what it came down to is we started seeing Skip Bayless, Stephen A. Smith. They're making these statements that we can see obvious are biased and untrue. Everyone's going to be biased. Yeah. You state your bias up front, and we respect it for what it is, right? So, like, if you're getting paid by ESPN, and you don't want to, or the NBA, I should say, you don't want to criticize the referee because now you're showing distrust in the game. They don't want you to focus on the missed call, just focus on the gameplay. Yeah. So in order for you to get that NBA contract, you'll start following the NBA line. What is the NBA referencing? What is it like? It's like the government. Hey, you want access to our highlights and shit? I suggest you shut the fuck up about gambling, about referees fixing games, or you ain't gonna get these highlights, my nigga. Yeah. And then who's gonna fuck want to see your channel if I can't see the dunk? We want to watch you write words about a dunk? No, nigga, I want to see the dunk. Yeah. That's how they control you, right? So then you have something that's called alternative media or non-mainstream or whatever you want to call it, right? And there's these people that aren't connected to ESPN. They aren't connected to these big things. And it makes you believe like, oh, they're giving it to us real. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not connected. Nah, B. They're still chasing after the money. So the reason why Trump is going to, and Kamala are going to, Kamala went and what's the nigga? Uncle Shannon.
She went on Shannon Sharp show?
Yeah, she did. You didn't see it because it was arguably one of the most boring things of all time. But she went on there because she got a deal. Like, yo, Shannon, I'll come do your show. Don't ask me no questions. The nigga don't even know how to ask questions. He don't know how to ask follow-up questions. He knows how to yell on TV. I think LeBron James is LeBron James, and my grandmother used to tell me, Skip. That's it. It's theater, my nigga. It's not really real information. I like the Clippers. I can't stand fucking watching ESPN. I can't stand Stephen A. Smith. I can't stand Charles Barkley and them niggas. I don't like listening to them talk about a game because they don't actually give real information. They don't actually break down like why certain things are happening and why they aren't happening. They have something what you call a agenda, or they have like a message that they want to get through, and they keep pounding in that message. No matter what the facts that they see in front of you, they still try to get across that message.
The thing is, like, it's one of those things where it's like quality isn't meant to to like exist in the cycle that we have going now, which is the other problem. Like
24 hours news media.
Yeah, like because realistically, journalists didn't stop doing their job. It's just that you can't. Like you have to do research and you have to consider both sides of an argument. You can't do that in 30 minutes. So you lose into the person who's just going to like look at something, hop on the internet and just give a hot take and give like an absolute. Because that's the other thing.
But why though?
People gravitate towards an absolute because they want you to just be on a side. Like it's like you either with us or you not. Like
because that makes money.
Yeah.
It used to be.
Make money. Yeah.
It used to be you go buy a newspaper, you sit down, you read the newspaper. Nobody got time for that shit no more. So the thing that makes money is the quick click. Yeah. The quick click. So that's all they aim for now. They don't try to go in depth because what for? We got tweets now. What do I need to read a whole article about what happened?
Yeah, but the thing is like you are not. So the responsible thing is like realize. It's almost like people are gonna respond to you putting sugar and saturated fat and glucose and a bunch of bullshit in food. They're gonna eat that and they're gonna gravitate towards it. Or we could do the responsible thing and give them healthy stuff. But if somebody's making the bad stuff and I'm making the good stuff, it's up to the person to then make the conscious decision to do the better thing. But the people who are doing the expeditious thing and putting out the bullshit are always gonna be just in a better position. So
to follow your metaphor, right? What if I told you that they're giving you the shit with the sugar in it that's obviously sugar filled, right? Yeah. And they're also giving you the shit that's healthy. Yeah. But there's a law that says if it's less than 5 milligrams,
you can say it's organic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And now you don't even know that the thing that's supposed to be healthy has cornstarch or refined starch in it, which basically just breaks back down the sugar. So they can tell you it's sugar-free because it's in the form of refined starch. But actually refined starch is worse for you than just actual sugar and shit. Yeah. And so the reason why I say that is because it's not just the product. It's not just the tweet from the fucking real journalist or the tweet from the bad journalist. The whole fucking system is corrupted. From the outside in, from the inside out, from the top down. So there's literally nothing you can do because the real journalists don't make any money.
That's what I'm saying. You're going to, if you compete fairly or the way that you're supposed to, you're going to lose. So you have to then adapt to.
You got to burn the whole shit down. That's what you got to do, my nigga. You got to burn the whole shit down. So what's the nigga that owns Amazon? Jeff Bezos. He bought the Washington Post, right? And the Washington Post was about to endorse Kamala. Yeah. But he's one of the several richest niggas on earth. So what he do? He said, actually, I get some tax cuts from Trump. We're not going to do that. Yeah. They lost 200,000 subscribers. And since that was last week, they probably lost more now. Yeah. Who's going to lose in that situation? Jeff Bezos don't give a fuck if you read the Washington Post. He bought that shit just for access to power. Yeah, he bought that shit because he want to be able to control the world. When you got that much money, you don't care about money anymore. You care about power. You want to control the world now. So he has fucking people coming to him who actually make power moves, like the real power moves, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? So I say all that to say the whole system's corrupted. So then you have somebody like Cameron is like, I'm rich, I'm famous. You know what I'm saying? I get bitches. I'm going to do my own show. And I'm going to get up there. We going to laugh and joke. And I'm telling you, I fuck with the show. Some of their clips are mad funny. Yeah. However, I can't watch the shit. It's literally devoid of any like real thought, any real facts. Like everything I hate about ESPN, that's his show with like even less fucking information, my nigga. And it's supposed to be like, oh, this is the barbershop. We just keeping it real. We just doing, you know what I'm saying? We just talking like niggas on the block. I don't fuck with that myself. I don't find that entertaining. I want to know the X's and O's. I want to know all the extra shit, right? So when he gets on there and he says, oh, your fight was boring, he's not telling us why it's boring. Like, break it down. Tell me exactly what he should have did differently. Tell me what makes a boring fight and what makes an exciting fight. Can you do that? Or you just want to get up there and parrot the thing everybody else was saying? That's why he got mad at you, because you're a person who stands out that has all this voice and power and influence. And when you get up there and say it's boring, now it's okay for the nigga who don't know shit to get up there and say it's boring. Well, Cameron said it. That's why the nigga's mad at you. That's why fucking LeBron James don't like Skip Bayless. Yeah. You've been hating on this nigga his whole career. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Whether it was baseless or not. So I just say all that to say, like, the alternative media or niggas like me who's getting on YouTube and just speaking their voice, a lot of times they're even worse than the mainstream media. Because they're not only are they giving it to you, like giving their opinions without the facts, but they're also giving it with this illusion of that, this is realer than the shit on the mainstream. Listen to me, don't listen to them. Yeah. And half these niggas is taking money from these niggas anyway. They got endorsements. YouTube censors what you say. Like, if I mention that shit, we getting paid now. Like, I'm sponsored. Appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? I got to deal with YouTube. But now, the shit I be talking and all the videos that y'all like, YouTube might not monetize my shit. So what's that supposed to tell me? To stop talking about that shit. Hey, nigga, don't mention Israel no more, nigga. What you talking about? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Stick to talking about fucking Drake and fucking Kendrick, nigga. That's all we want you to do. So, and they'll lower your videos so you don't get as many views. They got ways of trying to control you, and it's all because of how the money plays out. Late stage capitalism. That's just how it works. So the last thing I wanted to get to was Stephen A. Smith and Jaylen Brown. Stephen A. Smith went on his show and said, I got sources that told me that they don't fuck with Jaylen Brown.
You want me to put a cut in here?
No, but this is all goes together. Jaylen Brown, they don't like him because he's outspoken. He's a nigga who, like, he went to college. He was like, he has a real degree. He's actually like an intellectual, apparently, is what they say. And so when they try to do him like they do the rest of the players, you can't treat him like that. He speaks his mind. I don't know if you're familiar with Kyrie Irving and what he be talking about his beliefs. Kyrie's, when he presents his arguments, they don't sound too intelligent, but he speaks against the grain and he doesn't say the politically correct things, so they kind of blackball him. And they got a lot of shit to say, especially Stephen A. Smith. So Stephen A. Smith was speaking on Jaylen Brown, and they was basically saying, so they didn't put Kyrie or Jaylen Brown on the Olympic team, but they're objectively two of the best niggas in the NBA. And they did that on purpose because they don't want you representing America because you talk shit about America and the things that are wrong. So they don't want nothing to do with you. Jaylen Brown lost his Nike deal. Kyrie Irving lost his Nike deal because they talk that shit. Yeah. Nike don't want nothing to do with that. It's not the politically correct thing. So Stephen A. Smith said, hey, when you're smart and you let people know it, sometimes that rubs people the wrong way. And so what I learned from my source is that, you know, they don't like you. And Jaylen Brown said, who's your source? Right? That became like a meme. Reveal your sources. He's like, yo, you're a coward source for speaking off the record, all this other kind of shit. So then I'm watching Gil's Arena, and these dumbass niggas get on there and is like, yo, when I wrote an essay, you had to cite your sources. That's the first thing you had to do. You couldn't just say a thing. You had to cite your source. Nigga, there's a difference. There's a difference between an essay source and the media source, right? An essay source is you're showing us you didn't just make this shit up out your ass. I read a book, and this is where I got the information from. The media source is different. The source is someone inside with hands-on information. It's called first person source or second person or third person. So the first person source with inside information, you don't reveal that because if you do, that nigga's going to get fucked up, fired, or possibly killed like the fucking Boeing whistleblowers and shit, nigga. You know what I'm saying? These niggas is building planes with no screws in it, nigga. They ain't putting the black box in the plane, my nigga. These niggas is building planes with fucking no fucking wings on them and shit, nigga. Stab. But fucking Boeing done killed 6 niggas, man. It's crazy, man. In front of our eyes, nigga. Nobody talks about it, nigga. It's just niggas just disappearing after testifying like a fucking movie, nigga. Like it's fucking crazy, nigga. Worse than the fucking The La Costa Nostra and shit, nigga.
They don't put one of the niggas on a plane and crash.
Yeah, they making niggas ride the fucked up Boeing planes home and shit, nigga. Like, oh, you want to talk shit about Boeing? Get on this Boeing flight. No! Anything but that, nigga. I'll walk home, nigga. Yeah. So, I say all this to say, my nigga, like, in MMA, too, it's real bad in MMA. They fucking hate anybody in the media. Them MMA niggas, their domes is bleached, nigga. That nigga Dana White is bleach white. That nigga make these niggas just fall in line like some bitches, nigga. I've never seen niggas who go against their own self-interest more than MMA niggas, dog. But they fucking hate Ariel Helwani, and he's the only one speaking out against these niggas. These niggas hate Luke Thomas. This nigga be on there barking about how the UFC is a monopoly, yeah. And they'd be like, stop talking about the UFC, nigga. What?
I mean, it's a monopoly, bro.
Yo, it's disgusting. But they don't understand the role of media. Yes, the media is there to promote you, or there to help promote you, but it's mutually beneficial. You're the person, you need eyes on you. I'm helping direct eyes to you by writing stories about you. However, I also need to be paid. That's how it works. And then you got these niggas who try to go directly to the media themselves, and one, they have no media training like Cam and Mase, or they just fucking terrible at what they do. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just uninteresting bores, and they don't even know how to, like, they don't know how to go to that next level and have a intellectual conversation. Not that I do. Like, what am I, the smartest nigga on earth? Maybe. Some would say. You know what I mean? Cite your source that says I'm not, nigga. Huh? You don't think I am? Huh? Yeah, cite a source, nigga.